Welcome back. Now, emotional intelligence is about understanding and managing our own feelings and feelings of others. It's especially important for young people like students because it can help them in schools, friendship, and life challenges. Now, today we are joined in studio by Hananja Quinton Hoaeb, who is a student, to give us an insight on how emotional intelligence affects the youth. Good morning, sir, and welcome to Good Morning Namibia.
Good morning, sir.
Yes. Let's talk about what emotional intelligence means to you as a student and why it is important to you, and perhaps specifically in relation to what you are studying.
For me, emotional intelligence is basically to recognize, understand, and maintain your emotions. And for a student, emotional intelligence basically helps you to deal with your academic life, mental health, and also to be able to work with peers and stuff like that, because it makes it easier for you to understand them and just to navigate throughout your day-to-day life as a student.
Okay. Now, being a psychology student, let's talk about the ways that you think emotional intelligence can help students, besides now detoxing, the stress that comes with examination and tests. Being a psychology student, do you think emotional intelligence has helped you, especially when it comes to maybe to schools in general, to examination in general, especially now that you are preparing for the end of year examination?
It actually did help me out because emotional intelligence, it's like you learn to maintain your emotions. So I'm that person that believes in like situations, they don't happen exactly the way you are expecting it to happen. So it helps you to open up, and then when you are faced with a situation and then it's like whatever you plan doesn't work out the way you want it to be, it helps you to maintain your emotions and stuff like that. Because the factor that most students don't consider is, as a student, we have to work through our academic life, we have to work through our personal life and our social life. So those three things might be different, but then they help each other, they affect each other. So if you are emotionally intelligent, you'll be able to work through each and every one of them.
So there's some kind of balance.
Yeah, there is some kind of balance.
Okay. For most young people, what are the important skills that one should really develop or perhaps comprehend or manage to be able to handle, especially when it comes to emotional intelligence?
First of all, I would say, first you have to be self-aware. You have to be aware of your emotions and stuff like that.
When you say self-aware, what does that mean?
Self-aware is basically to be aware, like to know how you feel and stuff like that. And then after that, you have to be self-regulating. That means that you need to know how to control your emotions in situations and stuff like that. And then you should also be empathetic. Empathetic in a way of you need to understand others' emotions. Because in situations, you need to be open to listen to others and be able to, okay, maybe in this situation, I'm the one that is wrong. And also to have social skills. But then most importantly, you have to be motivated. Someone that is motivated and knows their goals and know where they are striving to will be able to emotionally intelligence, because they won't let their emotions get the best of them, because they know where they want to be and then they work on that.
Okay, no, but one might be thinking, fine, I'm a young person, how do I improve my emotional intelligence, especially faced with challenges, or perhaps maybe I'm facing challenges frequently, after one challenge to the next, maybe I lose a parent, I have to write a final examination because I must graduate next year. How then do I really improve my emotional intelligence if I'm constantly, overwhelmingly faced with challenges?
Also, self-reflection might also help, wherein you look at yourself and be like, okay, I've been faced with a situation, and then how can I resolve that? There was this point where I say self-awareness, where you should look back and be like, okay, I get nervous or I get angry when I'm that, and then try to work on that. Like there's a strategy that one of my psychology classmates once told me, because like public speaking and stuff was something that used to affect me, because I used to allow the anxiety to get over me. So one of my classmates once said, before you breathe, because for me it's like whenever I'm nervous I start to mumble. So because the anxiety will get the most of me. So they used to say, like, whenever you notice that, just try try to calm down, breathe, and then stop. So things like that usually help out. There are some people that will even count from 1 to 10 in their head just to calm themselves down. So you need to know how to work on your emotions.
So self-aware, self-regulating, know what triggers you, know how to calm your emotions so that you can take control of the situation.
Yes.
Okay, let's talk about the emotional intelligence. Does it play any roles in friendship and relationships? Is it an important thing to consider?
It is actually a very important thing to consider. I had a friend that used to allow her emotions to take over her. So her thing is, when she would be faced with a conflict situation and stuff like that, she used to let the emotions take the best of her, and then it used to build up in her, and then she would always get mad and stuff like that. So in the situation of friendship now, people don't want to be friends with people that cannot maintain their emotions, because for her, she used to become violent because of the emotions and stuff like that. So it's a thing of, she improved on that, and then now she made friends. But at that situation, people used to look at her as in okay, yeah, she's the violent one. Actually, students used to even say yeah, don't stay with her, she will be able to fight with you and stuff like that. Even the guys were scared of her. So it's a thing of, it wasn't her, she wasn't a violent person, she just did not know what to do with the emotions she was feeling. So she just needed to calm down and then take a breath and listen to the other one also. Because her thing was, the emotions was so much for her that she couldn't listen to the other person's side of the story. So her thing was she's right, so she was just dimming everything.
Okay. Now, what methods can we use possibly to teach young people about intelligence, emotional intelligence, raise awareness, especially after said events, maybe, or even after commemoration of, or taking cognitions of days such as Mental Health Day? Are we able to mix those two? Are they important? Do they sort of have some link?
I think they do have a link, and some things that we can use is we can also come up with workshops and stuff like that to educate students about empathy, or also how to control their emotions with others and stuff like that. Also learning how to control your emotions and stuff. These are things that most students don't consider. And as a student, it's very hard out there. You can tell me, it's not only academics, it's like I said, it's not only academic, it's social life, it's personal life, and they affect each other. So we need to make students aware about, okay, your emotions play a very big role in it, because most students are not aware of the things.
Okay. Is there a time frame in terms of being able to manage your emotional intelligence, or is it ever a learning period? Does one master it once off and just learn it at once?
You literally don't master it once off. It's a thing of you need to know, to still learn and stuff like that. There was a point where you said between friendships and relationships. So for me, I learned how to maintain my emotions through friendships, but then I had to go through a lot of friendship break, stop staying with a lot of friends and stuff like that, because I used to let my emotion get the better of me. With relationships, I'm still learning how to maintain my emotions and try to control them and stuff. So it's a learning process. You just don't get it like that. You have to learn with time, you get there.
Okay. Finally, what advice or final thoughts do you have for young people who are looking to master their emotional intelligence, and obviously building on the answer that you just gave now?
I feel like the advice I would give them is try to look at your emotions. Try to check on points where you see, okay, yeah, I'm lacking in this. I let the anxiety get the best of me and stuff, and try to work on that. There was one of my peers at the university. They do what is it called? Meditate and stuff like that, and he's even a guy. So we live in a world that it's becoming developed that guys also believe in meditation and stuff like that. So try to see your emotions and try to reflect on that and try to improve on that.
Indeed. Thank you very much for making time to speak to us this morning, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Now that was Hananja Quinton Hoaeb talking to us about the